Hey guys, welcome to week 6 of my pregnancy update. I would like to address the fact that I look awful and there is a reason for that. So you don't need to comment and tell me that I look awful because I know I feel as bad as I look. So yeah, week 6 of pregnancy. I've got my little website up and it tells me all about the baby, and it says the baby is about the size of a lentil. If you have a scan, the baby's heart can be seen beating at 100 beats a minute. The baby has facial features forming, and it has buds or bumps that will grow into arms and legs. It has inside cells becoming intestines are developing, along with ones that become lungs, liver and kidneys. Neural tube continued to close at each end to protect the brain and spinal cord. There is lots going on this week and it's kind of flown by this week. I will be completely honest, I am actually 7 weeks and 3 days filming this. Excuse me. I'll explain why now. So on Saturday the 11th, I was 6 weeks on Friday the 10th. Saturday the 11th, I wasn't feeling amazing, and I'd been feeling on and off sick and being sick for like a couple of weeks. Nothing like horrendous, but I just wasn't feeling good. But that Saturday, I felt like I've never felt before in my life, and I just could not stop being sick all day, just constant vomit. Couldn't even keep down, like I was doing like that much water and 10 times the amount was coming back out. It was ridiculous. And then that night my eldest started being sick, and we realised that there was a bug as well as my morning sickness, HG, whatever you want to call it. And from Saturday afternoon until Monday morning, I didn't keep any fluids down or food at all. And my eldest was sick Saturday night like 3 times, and then she was fine all day Sunday. And then, was it Saturday or Sunday? My brain's just blah, blah, blah. And then my youngest started being sick on Sunday night. I think she was only sick once or twice. I was still just constantly being sick. They were eating and drinking fine in the day. You wouldn't know there was anything wrong with them. It was just when they laid down at night. So I think it was kind of like that acid and reflux, and the bug was just making them puke. But then on Monday morning, I went to go for a wee, and I literally did like 5 ml of wee, and it was very, very dark brown. So I called the doctors and they just said, bring in a sample. So I took in a sample, and my doctor tested it and said, basically you've got 3+ everything apart from glucose. So I've got blood, ketones, everything that you don't want in your urine. And I was sick in his office. I'm so sorry. I was sick in his office, and he told me I needed to go to A&E and get seen and get a anti-sickness injection, because he said there's no point in me giving you anti-sickness medication if you can't keep it down. He said that having it as an injection will make it go in your system. Like, you can't throw it up once it's been injected. And I was like, okay. So Ben took me to Ben had to have the day off work. He took me to the hospital and left me there because we had the girls, and I didn't want to take the girls into the hospital. And so I sat in A&E throwing up in front of everybody for about an hour, and then they sent me to urgent care. And again, I sat in the waiting room of about 60 people vomiting into one of those little, I was vomiting, no one else was vomiting, in one of those little like cardboard bowls. And luckily I think the nurses felt sorry for me, and they saw me very quickly, and she tested my wee there and just said I needed to go on an IV because I was so dehydrated, and gave me an injection of cyclozine, put a cannula in my arm, and admitted me to a ward. And I got given a bag of fluids, and then they gave me another bag of fluids, and by this time it was about 5 o'clock and the dinner trolleys were coming around, and I wasn't feeling sick now because the cyclozine had kicked in, my injection, and I was so hungry. It was ridiculous. I was like, there was like all old ladies on the ward, and I'm like eyeing up whose dinner I can nick because I was so hungry. But then the lunch lady came round and asked me what I wanted, and I had a jacket potato with cheese and jelly and ice cream. And the potato was one of the most disgusting potatoes in the world. It was like grey and hard, but it was one of the best things I've ever eaten because I was so hungry, because I hadn't been able to keep any food down for like nearly 48 hours. So I was so hungry. And like the midwife was like laughing at me. She was like, you feel better? And I was like, yeah, I do. And then so my second bag of fluids went in, and then they said I could either stay overnight and then have the scan at some point the next day, because they wanted to scan the baby because my stomach from where I'd been being sick was just really painful. And I sort of said to them, I'm pretty sure it's just from the vomiting. It's like when you're sick and your stomach just contracts. I kind of thought it was just that, but they wanted to just double check the baby was okay. But I said I'd rather go home because I'd had the cyclozine injection, and then I'd had a tablet and I was okay, and it seemed to be working. So Kate came and picked me up from the hospital and took me home, and I just went straight to bed. And then the next morning I had to ring up for the scan at the EPU, which is the early pregnancy unit at our hospital. And my scan was at like, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I think. And Ben had already arranged for his mum to come for the day because the doctors had just said try and get as much rest as you can. And I was like, not that easy. I've got 2 kids with a sick bug and they're quite young, so they need like constant, they're 3 and 4, you can't just leave them to do what they want. So Super Nana came over and just took over for the day and just let me have a sleep. And I was still feeling sick, but then I started to get dizzy, like really dizzy, and I realised that it was the tablet. So I was panicking a bit about driving, so I missed a cyclozine because I was a bit scared. I wanted to not have the effects while I was driving, because it's not far to the hospital, but it does involve driving on a big road, and I didn't want to be dizzy or unfit to drive and then like crash and hurt anybody. So I stopped the tablet, went for my scan, and that little dot there is a baby. We saw the heart beating. I say we, it was just me. Just here, it's a really bad picture, but I was looking back at my old scan pictures of the girls and they were really bad pictures as well. So I don't know if I've just got like a really bad womb for having pictures taken. But yeah, so the heart was beating, they measured, said everything was good. And yeah, and that was week 6. And then I came home and I spoke to my doctor again, and he prescribed a different anti-sickness medication, which is called onandestron. I think I'll put it on the screen. And I've been taking that for 5 days now, and there's no dizziness, but it's not particularly working. I'm still being sick and I still feel sick a lot. So the doctor should be calling me in the next half an hour or so, and we're gonna have a chat and see what else we can do. So yeah, but I lost 3.5 pounds over the weekend when I was sick, which obviously isn't ideal. You don't want to be losing weight when you are pregnant. However, I have got a lot of extra weight to lose, so the midwife, well not the midwife, but my the doctor was fine with it. She said, oh, you'll be absolutely fine, don't worry if you do lose a little bit. So yeah, that was week 6. I've got a cold sore as well. I'm sure you can all see. It's because I'm run down. It's got a patch on where there's 2 cold sores. But yeah, other than that, the only pregnancy symptoms I've had is a little bit of sore boobs. Nothing else. No real stretching this week. Just a lot of vomit. A lot of vomit. But yeah, that was week 6. It sucked ass. It really did. But we're all good. We're all good. So I will put this video up, and week 7 will be up tomorrow, because I'm going to go and film it in a minute, because I'm 7 weeks and 3 days now while I'm filming this, because there was so much vomit on week 6 that I didn't actually film. So yeah, if you like these kind of videos, please do give this one a big thumbs up. You should definitely subscribe to my channel for more fun stuff to come. like a baby, hopefully in 8 months. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye guys.